I own a Maytag French door bottom freezer. I recently moved IT to clean under the unit, and when I did it, everything in the fridge is now freezing. I talked to repairmen in my area, and so far I have replaced the defrost thermistor, did not fix problem, replaced freezer thermostat, did not fix problem. The defrost coil OHMS outed is okay. Online this morning I seen another thermostat in the fridge compartment, and they keep talking about a cold control. I do not see these two items on my SCHMATIC. Along with everything in FRIG, freezing evaporator coil is freezing over and compressor is always running. If these two items are bad, could you tell me where they are located? Asking now because they say the next thing is to change the motherboard. Modal hashtag V2269VEM1 serial hash XXXXX. Thank you, Ray.
Hello, thank you for using this service. I will be helping you with your problem today. Good morning. Give me a few minutes to look up the diagrams. I will be back shortly. Thanks, Brian.
Good morning, Brian. I can give you any information you need so you can figure this out before I spend a lot of money guessing.
Okay, we seem to be having a site problem. I replied, but it came back. This is the thermistor. Has it been replaced?
Yes, this is the thermistor I changed in the freezer. Cannot find one in FRIG.
Okay, I see that one the parts list, but don't see it on the diagrams either. I'm going to pull up the service sheets on this. It may take me a few minutes, so hang in there.
Okay, I pulled off panel and FRIG, and all I see in there is tubes for my cold water.
Did they put the in-service diagnostic mode yet? The service test functions are performed using the refrigerator display and keypad. Enter the service test mode by performing the following sequence of events. 1. Press and hold the door alarm keypad. 2. Press and hold refrigerator temperature up keypad. +3. Release the door alarm keypad and wait 3 seconds. 4. The freezer display will display SE confirming entry in the service mode. 5. Press the refrigerator up plus keypad again to confirm entry in the service mode. +6. Display will show 101 in left display and numeric or dashes in right display. 7. Press freezer up keypad and freezer down keypad to toggle through service test numbers. 8. To exit service test mode, open and close refrigerator door or hold door alarm for 3 seconds. Can you try that?
Brian, did go through these before but just went through again, not sure of some readings. 101, defrost off. 9,131 million heater off. 141 fresh food thermistor 41.144 ambient thermistor 82. 167 cavity heater is none. 201 million heater override off. 202 default defrost operation off. 221 reset default settings showed, pushed reset.
Sorry, I had my internet go out. Control board troubleshooting programming mode. Note, the program code is located on the serial plate on this unit after the word code. 1. Press and hold the door alarm keypad. 2. Press and hold freezer temperature down / keypad within 3 seconds. 3. Release the door alarm keypad and wait 3 seconds. 4. The control will display P to indicate the programming mode. 5. Entry is confirmed by pressing the freezer temperature down/keypad once more. 6. The control will display the current program code. This value should be validated with the program code printed on the unit serial plate. Note, if the program code is correct, the programming mode is exited by pressing door alarm keypad for 3 seconds. 7. Press the refrigerator temperature up/plus keypad or refrigerator temperature down/keypad to change the digit value with each key press. 8. The decimal point indicates the selected digit. Press the freezer temperature up/plus keypad to select the next digit. 9. Once the desired program code is entered, press and hold the freezer temperature down/keypad until the program code begins flashing indicating it has been saved. Note, if you attempt to enter an invalid program code, the control will not save the new code, but will beep. The unit will not run with a program code of 0000. Once the program code has been saved, the programming mode is exited by pressing any key. If the new code is incorrect, this process should be repeated. The programming mode can be exited at any time by pressing door alarm key for 3 seconds or will exit if unattended for 4 minutes. Defrost operation. The control board adapts the compressor run time between defrost to achieve optimum defrost intervals by monitoring the length of time the defrost heater is on. After initial power up, defrost interval is 4 hours compressor run time. Defrost occurs immediately after the 4 hours. Force defrost mode. The force defrost function is performed using the freezer display and refrigerator keypad. Enter the force defrost mode by performing the following sequence of events. 1. Press and hold the door alarm keypad. 2. Press and hold refrigerator temperature down/keypad. 3. Release the door alarm keypad and wait 3 seconds. FD appears in freezer display. 4. Press the refrigerator temperature down/keypad again. SH appears in right display. 5. Press again to force defrost. FD and SH will flash in display indicating unit is in defrost. Service test mode. The service test functions are performed using the refrigerator display and keypad. Enter the service test mode by performing the following sequence of events. 1. Press and hold the door alarm keypad. 2. Press and hold refrigerator temperature up+ keypad. 3. Release the door alarm keypad and wait 3 seconds. 4. The freezer display will display SE confirming entry in the service mode. 5. Press the refrigerator temperature up/+ keypad again to confirm entry in the service mode. 6. Display will show 101 in left display and numeric or dashes in right display. 7. Press freezer refrigerator temperature up+ keypad and freezer down/keypad to toggle through service test numbers. 8. To exit service test mode, open and close refrigerator door or hold door alarm for 3 seconds. Service test. 101 defrost heater and defrost circuit. Press the refrigerator temperature up/+ keypad and refrigerator down/keypad to energize or to energize the defrost circuit. The display will read off when de-energized, op when energized with open defrost thermostat and CL when energized with closed defrost thermostat. Service test. 102 compressor. Condenser fan, press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad and refrigerator down / keypad to toggle compressor / condenser fan on and off. Service test. 112 freezer fan, press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad and refrigerator down / keypad to toggle freezer fan on high speed, low speed and off. Note, display will show state 0.0 for off, 11.0 to 14.0 volts for high speed or 7.75 8.25 volts for low speed. Service test. 113 ice compartment fan, press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad and refrigerator down / keypad to toggle ice compartment fan on high speed, low speed and off. Note, display will show state 0.0 for off, 11.0 to 14.0 volts for high speed or 7.75 8.25 volts for low speed. Service test. 121 damper operation, press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad and down / keypad to toggle damper up open and CL closed. Note, if damper is opening or closing it will not allow you to toggle damper and beep. Display will show state, CL or OP if damper is in the process of closing or opening. Service test. 131 Mullion heater, press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad and down / keypad to toggle Mullion heater off and on. Service test. 141 fresh food thermistor will show fresh food temperature or OP for open thermistor or SH for shorted thermistor. Service test. 142 freezer thermistor will show freezer temperature or OP for open thermistor or SH for shorted thermistor. Service test. 144 ambient thermistor will show ambient temperature or OP open thermistor or SH shorted thermistor. Service test. 145 icebox thermistor will show icebox temperature or OP open thermistor or SH shorted thermistor. Service test. 151 fresh food door state will show state of fresh food door. OP, open, CL, closed. Note, by pushing either fresh food door switches you can toggle state from OP, open to CL, closed. Service test. 152 freezer food door state will show state of freezer door. OP, open, CL, closed. Note, by pushing freezer door switch you can toggle state from OP, open to CL, closed. Service test. 153 disable internal lights, press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad and down / keypad to toggle enable and disable dis internal lights. Service test. 163 water dispenser display shows the state of the water dispenser valve, on or off. Note, by pushing actuator pad or front fill you can control state of water dispenser valve. Service test. 164 external ice chute door display shows the state of the external ice chute door CL, closed, or OP, open. Note, by pushing actuator pad you can control state of external ice chute door. Service test. 165 dispenser lamp display shows the state of the dispenser lamp, on or off. Note, by pushing actuator pad or front fill you can control state of dispenser lamp. Service test. 167 cavity heater test, on some models, toggles the state of the cavity heater on or off. Note, pushing refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad and down / keypad toggles the cavity heater state to on or off. Service test. 168 cube dispenser and internal ice chute door operation display shows the state of the ice auger motor and the internal ice chute door. On or off. Note, by pushing actuator pad you can control state of the ice auger motor in the internal ice chute door. Service test. 171 actuator pad display shows the state of the actuator pad, on or off. Service test. 172 front fill, on some models, display shows the state of the front fill, on or off. Service test. 173 ambient light display shows light sensor measurement, high or low. Night light will turn on when light sensor measures low. By changing the sensor's exposure to ambient light, you can control the sensor measurement. Service test. 175 dispenser line display shows the state of the dispenser line, on or off. Note, by pushing actuator pad or front fill you can change state of dispenser line. Service test. 182 LED indicator operation. Press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad and down / keypad to show operation of LED indicators. All LED indicators will flash. Press again and LED will stop flashing. Service test. 183 keypad operation display shows a numeric or letter display indicating the last key pressed. Note, refrigerator temperature up / down keypads have no effect when pressed and freezer temperature up / down keypads remain operational. Service test. 192 ice maker state test display shows Dr. if left fresh food door switches in the door open position. Display shows off if ice maker power switch is in the off position and door closed. Display shows on if the ice maker power switch is in the on position and the door closed and heater is off. Display shows on if ice maker power switch is in the on position and harvest heater is on and door closed. Service test. 193 ice maker relay. Press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad or refrigerator down / keypad to toggle the ice maker relay on and off. Note, service test 201 to 213 modifies factory settings to suit customers' needs. Service test. 201 mullion heater override. Press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad or refrigerator down / keypad to change mullion heater from cycling on with compressor, off position, to 100% operation, on position. Note, if present, the humidity control button toggles between the selected mullion heater function and 0% operation. Service test. 202 default defrost operation. Press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad or refrigerator down / keypad to change defrost operation from normal adaptive defrost, off position, to minimum time between defrosts, on position. Service test. 203 show temperature set points. Press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad or refrigerator down / keypad to change from showing actual temperature, off position, to show temperature set points only, on position. Service test. 211 fresh food temperature adjustment. Press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad or refrigerator down / keypad to change calibration of fresh food temperature plus or minus in 1 degree Fahrenheit increments up to 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Note, temperature will read in Fahrenheit regardless of what current temperature scale is being used. Service test. 212 freezer temperature adjustment. Press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad or refrigerator down / keypad to change calibration of freezer temperature plus or minus 1 degree Fahrenheit in increments up to 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Note, temperature will read in Fahrenheit regardless of what current temperature scale is being used. Service test. 213 ice compartment temperature adjustment. Press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad or refrigerator down / keypad to change calibration of ice compartment temperature plus or minus 1 degree Fahrenheit in increments up to +0, +8 degrees Fahrenheit. Note, temperature will read in Fahrenheit regardless of what current temperature scale is being used. Service test. 221 reset default settings. Press the refrigerator temperature up / plus keypad or refrigerator down / keypad to reset to factory default settings, DEF. Service test. 231 water filter usage display shows the % water filter consumption since water filter was reset. 100% indicates the filter should be replaced. Service test. 232 water filter days in use display shows the number of days since the water filter was reset. Service test. 241 software revision main control board display shows the software revision of the main control board. Service test. 244 Software revision display board. Display shows the software revision of the display board.
Brian, the last reply I sent, I didn't really know if some of these things should be turned on or if it was telling me the position it was in. Program code is 1720. Unit reads P1.720.
I'm sorry, I was just sending some of the tests you can perform to see if there's any faults. It's really technical though, sorry. These electronic refrigerators are a pain to figure out, and even in the tech sheets I can't find the thermistor in the fresh food section. That's strange. I'm still going over tech sheets though. Be back in a few minutes. It sounds like you have the correct code in it though.
Okay, need any other info, let me know.
Okay. The thermistor is behind this. Find that, and that's where the thermistor is. It's a plastic cover. Let me know if you find it. Thanks, Brian. It's either going to be the thermistor or the damper control. This is what opens and closes to let cold air into the fresh food section.
Brian, even though the service spec said it was opening and closing, could IT still be bad? Should I be able to hear IT open and close?
Okay, the damper tested good. It has to be the thermistor. The thermistor is what tells the damper to open and close. Were you able to find the thermistor cover?
Brian, the cover like this is in the freezer and I changed the thermistor there. I cannot find a cover like this in the fridge. The only cover in there is the one covering the water tubes and the water filter.
Okay, so that's the only thermistor then. That's why we don't see one inside the refrigerator section. If the damper tests good and the thermistor has been changed, the only thing it could be is the control board itself. If the cold control, which is part of the electronic keypad, didn't show a fault, the main control board is causing the issue. I don't know how or why it failed, but it's not sensing the temps correctly. I'm out of ideas on this one. Even the tech sheets don't give us enough info. I would replace it. Here's a link to order it. http://www.searspartsdirect.com/partsdirect/part number /W103102040/0046/106. Therese, nothing else I can see. It's not uncommon for these boards to fail.
Brian, thanks for the answer. At least I feel better with another opinion, but let me ask one more question just to make sure. Since this problem started, I have not hooked the water back up to the fridge. I looked at the drawings online and seen the damper control inside the ice maker. Do you think it's sensing air temp and damper staying open along, which I have been told IT doesn't matter if the water's hooked up or not? What's your opinion? If you agree, then I'll replace the control board. Thanks for your time, Ray.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.